So if I was to say turn on the lights, it would just turn on that switch. If I was to say turn on the fan, it would turn on that switch. And if I was to say turn on the dual smart plug, it would turn on both switches. Let me show you. Today, back with another smart home product, one of my favorites, one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel. Today, special thanks to our friends at Wisebot, who were nice enough to send us their dual smart plug. This smart plug can be controlled by their app, or it can be connected to your Alexa or Google Home and controlled by your voice. So in today's video, we'll go through the unboxing of this product, and then we'll go through the setup of this product, and then I'll show you it actually working with my Google Home. So click like, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch, and let's check out this Wisebot dual smart plug. And also I had to throw into this video that as of today, July 1st, 2023, this marks 2 years that I have daily uploaded directly to YouTube. So for the past 2 years, there has been a new YouTube video by me every single day. I think that's a pretty darn cool achievement. During that time, I've been able to take YouTube from just a fun job to my absolute full-time job, and even have my wife working with me now. So I could not ask for anything better. Definitely follow your dreams and give everything 100%. If you give it 100%, you can make it happen. Thank you for always watching. And now let's get into the unboxing of this Wisebot dual smart plug. All right, so here's our Wisebot dual smart plug. Voice control smart plug. This is the WP2. App and voice control, works with Alexa, works with the Google Assistant. This is a 2-pack, so you get 2 of these dual plug smart plugs. Just the name again here on the top. On the side, easy setup, download the app, add the smart plug to the app. This side, just app and voice control. The back features some of the specs. So this is a 10 amp max 120 volt smart plug. It only uses a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Total output is 1200 watts max, and the working temperature is -4 degrees to 113 degrees, and nothing on the bottom. So let's open this up, see what we're working with here. All right, so right on top, little instruction guide on how to reset it, etc. Very nice. And then a assistance guide. So this will actually show you how to link it with your assistant. You can follow these instructions to link it with Amazon, and then a much simpler set of instructions to link it with Google Home. We'll be linking ours with Google Home, or Google Assistant as it calls it in these instructions. Then we just have 2 very nice smart plugs. That seems to be it for the box. So these are the 2 smart plugs. I do have to say, I like the glossy look on the end, very nice. I also like that they are sleek and designed in a left to right motion. This means I'd be able to plug it in and still have room to plug in something up top. So smart plug number 1 and smart plug number 2, just your typical smart plugs. We're now going to plug these into the wall here. We'll get their app downloaded, go through the setup process, bind them with our Google Home, and show you them working. So I've brought me a few things. Over here I have my 2 dual smart outlets, and I brought one of my plug-in lights. So of course, first things first, just take off your plastic and plug into your outlet. There we go. That's easy enough. Now, ooh, nice lights. As you can see, I have my Google Home plugged in up top, which is right there by my hat, and it's still able to stay plugged in, which is just lovely. Now these 2 blue lights are flashing. These buttons will actually independently turn on each outlet. So if you didn't want to set it up with the app, you could plug stuff in and press these buttons to individually turn them on. Now, we'll scan this QR code to download the app, then we'll make us an account and log into that app. So this is the app here. We will install this app, make us an account, and then show you how to add your dual smart plug to the app. All right, so now we are logged into our account. Very, very easy to set up an account. Now, we'll click our little plus sign in the top right corner and select next. Turn on Bluetooth, it should be on. Yes, while using the app. Now, it is discovering devices, and as you can see, it already found the dual smart plug. So we'll just tap add. It now wants my Wi-Fi password. It goes through the steps to add this smart outlet to our Wi-Fi. That was beyond easy. As soon as I allowed these permissions, it just went right through. And you can kind of see that little, oh, well, it's already done. So I'm gonna rename this to dual smart plug. And there we go, our dual smart plug has been added. We'll select done. and now our smart plug shows up in the app. So if I come into here, you have two options. You can either individually turn this outlet on, or you can turn both of them off. So that would turn off everything, or you can set timers for each one. So like switch 1, you can make a schedule, you can do a countdown, random, inching, okay? Now there is a couple of settings here. If you select this button, you get your relay status. So remember last status, which would just mean you could either have it to remember the last status, whether they're on or off, or you can set them to be on or off. And then the indicator lights, you can change the option of those indicator lights there as well. Very cool. And then there's also a child lock. You can rename these. So like switch 1, I'm gonna name it lights. And then I could name switch number 2 fan. Then I'd be able to have a fan plugged into one, lights plugged into other, and independently control them through this app. And that's really about it for their app. Now, if I go into Google Home, I can go to devices, can add a device, works with Google, and then I can find their app. So GOSU, there it is. So select this, continue, and then agree and link. Now it's linking that app with my Google Home app. And you see, I have lights, I have fan, dual smart plug. I'm gonna add all 3 of them, and I'm gonna just add them to my office for now. There we go. Now, all of those devices, so if I was to say turn on the lights, it would just turn on that switch. If I was to say turn on the fan, it would turn on that switch. And if I was to say turn on the dual smart plug, it would turn on both switches. Let me show you. So we'll plug in this here, and you'll see that we have the option to, of course, just hit this button, which would then cut this switch on to where I can turn my light on. And if I press it again, it cuts it off. Or I have the ability to say, hey Google, turn on the dual smart plug. And now I'd be able to turn this on, see? And if I was to say, hey Google, turn off the dual smart plug, it turns off the dual smart plug. And really that's it. The only other thing I really could think here is if I took the second one and plugged it in, you don't 100% have to use the app unless you absolutely want to. You could just have it plugged in and plug you in an outlet and just use it as a less smart outlet if you wanted to. And so there you have it. That will essentially do it for these Wisebot dual smart plug outlets. That's how you would easily set these up with your app and then with your Google Home. It's basically the same with the Alexa app. You just add the skill, search for the app, log in, and it'll work the same way. Personally, I really like these due to the design. I love how they're designed flat, so I'm able to plug this in and still be able to use the top or bottom power outlet wherever I plug in the smart plug. A lot of the other ones are designed in a way, especially when there's 2 of them, to where it kind of takes up both. So really, really like the design. The app was super, super easy to use. Truly one of the easiest smart plugs that I've set up. And outside of that, it instantly worked, which is always a plus. I'll of course have this exact pack dual smart plugs linked down below in my description if you'd like to buy some for yourself. And thanks again to Wisebot for sending these to me to make this video. Click like, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch. We'll see you in the next one. Deuces.